Hello and welcome to this semester's first edition of IE News.
As usual, we have our action-packed show for you today, including a movie review of Top 10 Music Countdown,
and 2 exclusive interviews with the new Dean of Creative Arts and Applied Sciences,
as well as an interview with the members of our award-winning radio program. All this and more coming up on IE News.
Long Beach City College officially turned 85 on September 12th and kicked it off with a birthday celebration on the LAC campus in front of the auditorium. In attendance was President Eloy Oakley and numerous alumni from Long Beach City College who attended in the 1940s and 1950s, including Everett Dimmler, the ASB president, in 1945. The 85th anniversary celebration will continue throughout the year. Details will be announced shortly.
A computer class using Drive Sharp, a new software designed to help seniors sharpen their visual skills and assist motorists to feel safer behind the wheel, is being offered by the Lifetime Learning Center. Classes are scheduled for specific days in October and November. It is $50 for 12 hours of instruction. For more information, please call 562-938-3048.
Students, the deadline to apply for Fall 2012 graduation and certificate is on September 27th. Students may apply at the A&R office in the Liberal Arts campus or the Pacific Coast campus.
On Saturday, September 29, from 2:30 to 4 p.m., Long Beach City College's Writers Reading Series presents Kathy Coleman, an award-winning and best-selling poet. There will be a lecture and book signing in P104 on the Liberal Arts campus. Admission is free and books will be for sale at the event.
Counseling appointments are now available on both Liberal Arts and Pacific Coast campuses. Students are strongly encouraged to make appointments as soon as possible. Students can call or come by the counseling offices in person to make the appointment. Don't go anywhere. There is more IE News after this break.
Fairy tales can come true. It can happen to you if you're young at heart. For it's hard, you will find, to be narrow of mind if you're young at heart. You can go to extremes with impossible schemes. You can laugh when you're dreaming.
Welcome back. Rapper 2 Chainz has released his new album, and our news reporter, Ralph Pearson Jr., is in the studio to give us his take.
Ralph Pearson Jr. here, and welcome to this week's album review. Atlanta rapper 2 Chainz dropped his highly anticipated first album, based on a true story, which has features from hit artists like Nicki Minaj, Scarface, Lil Wayne, Mike Posner, and The Dream. For those who don't know who 2 Chainz is, you might know him from his hit song, No Lie, No Lie, which features superstar rapper Drake, which has been on the Billboard pop charts for 11 weeks now. You might even remember him from a group called The Players Circle, who had a hit song called Duffel Bag Boy, featuring Lil Wayne. Based on a True Story comes in a regular version with 13 tracks and a deluxe version with 17 tracks. Some of my favorite songs on the album are I'm Different and Money Machine. If you're a fan of hard-thumping beats, then you'll love Based on a True Story. I give it 4 chains out of 5 because I can play the entire album without skipping a track, which makes for good music. Until next time, I'm Ralph Pearson Jr. from IE News. Peace.
Thanks, Ralph. Now let's go to reporter Monica Bundy, who will give us her take on Think Like a Man in this week's movie review.
Hello, and welcome to IE News Movie Review. Today we'll be reviewing the smash box office hit movie, Think Like a Man, directed by Tim Story. This movie will have you laughing at the edge of your seats and maybe laugh so hard you'll fall right off of them. Funny man Kevin Hart and tasty eye candy Michael Ealy are just a few among the wide variety of great stars in this film. It begins with 6 close friends discussing relationship problems while playing basketball. You have everything from the geek to the mama's boy and the ladies' man to the dreamer. All these friends become aware of a novel written by actor-comedian Steve Harvey, giving women the upper hand on how to achieve a happy, fulfilled relationship that could one day lead to marriage. Just by following these simple rules listed in this book, the men feel betrayed and attempt to find every way to stop the book from getting into the hands of their better half. I feel this is a great battle of the sexist movie, women against men, to achieve their commitment and capture their hearts. I give Think Like a Man 4.5 stars out of 5. Thank you for watching. I'm Monica Bundy for IE News.
Thanks, Monica. We'll be right back with more IE News right after this.
Welcome back. Glitz, glamour, and scandal, all in this week's entertainment report. Let's go to my co-anchor, Andrea Stepter, and reporter, Mallory Jackson, in the studio.
This is your IE News Entertainment Report with Andrea Stepter
and Mallory Jackson.
On September the 3rd, Green Mile star Michael Clarke Duncan passed away while being treated with respiratory failure due to a heart attack he suffered back in July. Michael was said to have gone without oxygen for 5 whole minutes before he passed. Besides the Green Mile, he was known for a few other box office hits such as Armageddon, Planet of the Apes, and Kung Fu Panda. Born on December 10, 1957, he was 54 years old.
In other entertainment news, the annual VMAs was on Thursday the 7th, hosted by Kevin Hart, where he did an outstanding job by bringing laughter to the audience as well as stirring things up a bit when he addressed the beef between rappers Drake and Chris Brown. But he did this with a civil approach and with the theme, everyone can make mistakes.
Now let's run through our list of winners. We had Rihanna taking home the Best Video of the Year award for her song, We Found Love, featuring Calvin Harris. One Direction with the Best New Artist award and Best Pop Video for What Makes You Beautiful. Nicki Minaj taking home the Best Female Video award for her song, Starships.
Drake and Lil Wayne took home the Best Hip Hop Video award for their song HYFR. Chris Brown won the Best Male Video as well as a Choreography award for his song Turn Up the Music.
Coldplay won the Best Rock Video for their song Paradise. Demi Lovato's Skyscraper won for the Best Message.
Calvin Harris with Feel So Close for the Best Electronic Video. Katy Perry's Wide Awake won for Best Art Direction.
We had MIA for Best Cinematography and Best Direction for her video Bad Girls. Beyonce for her Best Editing song Countdown. And last but not least, Skrillex for Best Visual Effects.
In another direction, the curvaceous Amber Rose, also known as Kanye West's ex-girlfriend, is currently baking the famous rapper Wiz Khalifa's bun in her oven. She is 6 months pregnant and still looking great.
And speaking of Kanye West, that reminds me of the alleged beef between Kim Kardashian, Kanye's new boo, and the diva herself, Beyonce. The two were said to have accompanied their hip-hop gurus, Kanye West and Jay-Z, at the Made in America festival. Sources tried to say Beyonce confronted Kim about posing for pictures as it was stealing the spotlight from Jay-Z, but it turns out that was all just a misunderstanding. The two, in fact, after that, were seen hugging and laughing backstage at one of the many concerts Jay-Z and Kanye West had together, like any girlfriends would. So that's just it. There is no beef.
And that, folks, was your IE Entertainment News with Mallory Jackson
and Andrea Stepter.
Thanks, ladies. Have you been wondering what has been topping the rock Billboard charts? Let's go to Keith Huss in the radio studio to find out.
Hello and welcome to IE News Top 10. I am bringing you the top 10 artists of today that have put together some good hits recently. Let's get things started with number 10 with the artist Scott Hughes with the new song, A New Creation. This artist has come a long way with his several CDs in the last 3 years and now has put out this new song for a new start in his life. At number 9, we have Alex Clare with the song Too Close, starting to grow in the United States. Number 8, we have Godsmack with Rocky Mountain Way, which is a cover from the classic artist Joe Walsh. Then coming in at number 7, we have Gotye, Somebody I Used to Know, which has been getting up on the charts for weeks. Number 6 is Neon Trees, Everybody Talks. Number 5 is No Doubt. After 6 years on break, they have come back with a new top hit, their latest Settle Down. Number 4, we have another single out from Green Day, Oh Love. At number 3, Muse comes in with the song Survival, which has served in the London 2012 Olympics, standing out as a theme hit through all the ceremonies. Number 2 is Linkin Park, also coming back with another hit, Burning It Down. At number 1, Black Keys, Gold on the Ceiling is still the best popular hit today. This has been the Top 10 for IE News. Check out the Chaos Rock Show from 3 to 5 and catch me on the Christian Hour from 5 to 6 on kctyfm.org on Wednesdays. Thanks for watching and listening. This is Keith Huss, aka Cliff Notes, sitting it on back to you in the studio.
Thanks, Keith. We'll be right back with more IE News right after this, so stay tuned.
Welcome back. Let's go to IE News reporter Fariel Khan, who covered the Long Beach AIDS Walk. Let's take a look.
I'm here in front of the Aquarium of the Pacific in downtown Long Beach, where the 24th annual Long Beach AIDS Walk is happening. Let's take a look.
I decided to do the AIDS walk because my father passed away of AIDS, and I grew up, in the community that we're in. It's really important to grow up with the awareness and try and get rid of the stigmatism that people have about it and to educate others. So to help come out, support, and raise money for a great cause. I'm not nervous, just kind of, excited to see so many people out here celebrating, and trying to help each other, because it is hard, I grew up not being able to say anything about it, and being scared of what other people are going to say, and it shouldn't be like that. Everyone's equal and it happens, and people just need to be educated on it.
The 24th annual AIDS Walk Long Beach featured a 5K and a 10K run to help raise awareness and prevent future infections within our area. Participants in the event were welcome to team up and bring in matching uniforms to show their spirit.
Because I was coming down for the weekend and we wanted to do something with the dogs.
I wanted to do something to support the community. I live in Long Beach and I taught in Long Beach, so I want to be out here and support the community. I pretty much registered five of us, and so the other team members are coming.
The other team members are actually right there. We can go get them. They're not coming over.
This is the first aid tent. I'm actually volunteering here, so I'm still waiting for the nurse, but we have the sunscreen, the sunblock, the cold compresses, the Band-Aids. So hopefully we're not busy today.
Before participating in the walk, teams competed online for numerous fundraising awards. The top 5 would receive a team tent with a complimentary breakfast, team photos, and a team award plaque. Many walkers showed their extreme spirit during the race.
I'm walking to raise money to help Long Beach AIDS Foundation, which is a great organization that provides a lot of community services for people. Let's see. Well, I guess this is my first Long Beach AIDS walk, but I've done AIDS walks since, the 80s.
Throughout the eventful day, there were dance lessons, bands playing music, and even an unexpected flash mob showed up. Even though the teams were competing, everyone was incredibly nice and caring. After the walkers finished their race, they were welcome to dance, eat, and enjoy their awards.
We're here to support AIDS Walk Long Beach and the Long Beach AIDS Foundation. This is our 3rd year, and every year our team's gotten a little bit bigger. We've raised more money. I think this year we raised over $1,700. You raise it individually, and we some people didn't do much fundraising, but a lot of it's through emails. They send you links so that you can send out emails to friends, post on Facebook. One of them, I think Bill was our top fundraiser. He raised over $600 just sending emails to friends, asking for donations, $10, $20 here and there.
Overall, the AIDS Walk was a success. I'm Fariel Khan for IE News.
Thanks, Fariel. Now let's go to IE News reporter Drew Durnell with our radio professor Ken Borgers and his student Patrick Graham to talk about the upcoming College Radio Day.
I'm here with Ken Borgers and Patrick Graham to talk a little bit about the upcoming College Radio Day. So guys, what exactly is College Radio Day?
Well, Drew, College Radio Day began last year. It was the brainchild of a couple of college radio participants back east. Rob Quick and Peter Cretin from back in the New York area decided that we needed a day to sort of pay tribute to what college radio does for its licensees, what college radio does for society as a whole. So they created this day, and last year we had about 350 stations around the country participating. This year it's bigger than it was before by a lot. We have about 500 stations participating, including, Pat, I think you said 19 stations from outside the country?
Yeah, it has really snowballed as a global event. So yes, an additional 19 other countries and radio stations are on board. It's going to be quite a day for college radio in general.
That's awesome, guys. So I know you guys said that this is to bring awareness to college radio. So why exactly is college radio important?
Probably the primary importance of College Radio Day is to break new music. In other words, to spin music that is brand spanking new that you haven't heard yet. Traditionally, college radio introduces new bands and artists to our airwaves, and if we're doing it right, we break it. We're kind of like a incubator for the new stuff. It gets legs, and then you hear it 3 or 4 months on your favorite commercial station. So it's a pretty big deal.
When you listen to commercial radio in a market like Los Angeles, you don't hear any new music. To take an example, Power 106. Great station, plays about the same 30 songs for a month, and then they have a meeting and they take 4 of those songs out and they put 4 other songs in and they play that 30 songs, that set of 30 songs for the next month. There's nothing new. All the music is carefully focus grouped out. It's been played enough that it's been huge seller all around the country. Nothing is played on a station in a major market that hasn't sold millions of copies. So if you're a new artist and you want to get music heard, you're not going to be able to take it to a Power 106, say, or a K-Earth, and have them play it. You're going to begin your musical life at college radio stations around the country. The college radio stations listen to new music that's coming in and select what they'd like to, or what they think is the most compelling music. Then they present that music, and in 3 months to 6 months, maybe after a buzz is generated at non-commercial college stations around the country, the small commercial stations start playing something. And 3 or 4 months after that, the medium markets start playing it. A year after college radio has discovered something, you begin to hear it on major market stations. But meantime, we're off, exploring other new music. Were it not for college radio, you would be listening to Mariah Carey the rest of your natural lives. And with all due respect, who wants that? So that is one of the major missions of college radio. And Pat, another major mission of college radio is to train the broadcasters of tomorrow. That's where they start, most of them.
This is a springboard that sends people into various professions in college radio and outside of college radio. One of our biggest success stories is a fellow named Jim Ladd, who has worked his major part of his adult life here in the LA market. He's known as the Lonesome LA Cowboy, and he has spent more than 40 years in radio, and he just hooked up recently with XM Radio and is still broadcasting here in Los Angeles. A huge success story he is.
And Jim got his start here at Long Beach City College and KLBC. It's where he began his broadcast career before moving on to commercial radio. Rick Dees started in college radio. Who else? Probably the best example that people would know out there today is Ryan Seacrest. All of these sort of major figures began their working lives at stations just like KLBC and KCTY. So we train the broadcasters of tomorrow. The third and maybe most important role that college radio plays is we bring the voices and opinions and concerns of today's youth to the larger society outside the college campus. If you want to know what's going on, what encompasses campus life and thought, the place to find it is at a college radio station. So we provide an outlet for youth to express themselves in the larger community. You could say that college radio then, with these three things, breaking new music, training the broadcasters of tomorrow, and bringing youth concerns and opinions to society as a whole, college radio moves the culture forward.
That's awesome, guys. So obviously our two college radio stations are KCTY and KLBC. So how are those two participating
in College Radio Day? Pat, what are we going to do for College Radio Day, the two stations on campus?
We have a music spectacular that is scheduled, that it's going to start at about 11:30, and we are focusing and spotlighting talent, homegrown talent from the Southern California region, the Long Beach region, and they are going to give up some great music. That will be.
Yeah, it's artists, many of them from right here at Long Beach City College. And again, emerging talent that you have not heard before, that you're going to be, I think, pleasantly surprised by when you hear them on our two stations. We're going to do a simulcast. And I might mention that KLBC and KCTY share the distinction of being on the only campus in the country that we know about with two working full-time, 24/7, 365 radio stations, managed and staffed entirely by students. As far as we know, the only campus with two stations. Why do we have two stations? Why is there a KCTY as well as a KLBC? KLBC has been on the campus here at Long Beach City College for around 40 years. And a few years ago, it got so large in terms of participation by students, we just couldn't get a show for everyone. We tried doubling up on hosts and tripling up on hosts and cutting shows to an hour. Still couldn't get shows for everyone. So we decided to create a few years ago a second station, KCTY, make it available to the night students who had really never had a chance to participate in radio before. So because the radio class has only been offered during the day. So now we have two stations, entirely staffed by students. One class runs the day station, one class runs the night station. But for College Radio Day, we're going to do something that we have not done really since last College Radio Day, and that is we're going to do a simulcast on both stations. And we are going to, as Pat said, present a musical extravaganza for 4 hours. From 11:30 to 3:30, we are going to showcase the best new talent from the campus and from the local community. And Pat, in between those great acts that we have, we're going to have some people in the building who started their careers here and have gone on to great things in radio and television around Southern California. They're going to be talking about what college radio meant to them and how important it's been in their broadcasting careers.
And let me give you a rundown on the talent that's going to be here that day. We've invited Small Affair, Jennifer Corday, Four Level Interchange.
And Four Level Interchange is a band composed of professors from the music department here at Long Beach City College.
And in addition to him, we have we have Chad Bishop, we have Chowdy, we have Hallie Johnson. We got a whole lineup that is guaranteed to please.
A lot of local folks may know the name Paper Kites. It's a pretty big local band, and they're going to be here performing as well. They'll be live in the studio, the same studio that we use here to make IE News. We're going to have them in the studio. And in between interviews, like I say, from a lot of interesting people to talk about the importance and the significance of college radio.
Wow, guys, that sounds amazing. You'll definitely see me there at College Radio Day. Thanks, Ken and Patrick.
Thanks, Drew, for having us.
I'm Drew Donnell for IE News.
Thanks, Drew. Now let's go to our very own Farrell Kahn, who spoke with Dina Humble, the new Dean of Creative Arts and Applied Sciences.
Hello and welcome to this semester's first Spotlight interview. I am here with Dina Humble, who is the Dean of Creative Arts and Applied Sciences. Now, can you explain what your job entails and the departments you oversee?
Sure. Well, first of all, I'm very excited to be here at Long Beach City College overseeing the Division of Creative Arts and Applied Sciences, which is comprised of music, art, theater, dance, as well as commercial music, radio, film, and TV. And on the other side of the sciences side, I have communication studies, family and consumer studies, and child development. So there's a lot going on in this division.
And what do you look forward to the most about working here?
I look forward to the most about being a part of just the long history of Long Beach City College and the history that it has here in the community of Long Beach, and being able to offer students innovative curriculum that will help them in their careers and move forward in their transfer degrees.
And what is your main priority as Dean of Creative Arts and Applied Sciences?
Well, I think my main priority is kind of along the lines with the rest of the college, which is student success. I want our students to be successful. I want them to have focused degrees and be able to plan their education and transfer if they wish to, or complete certificates and gain employment. Student success is not only the mission of the state and this college, but it's also mine for the Division of Creative Arts and Applied Sciences.
And I understand you have a musical background, if you could explain a little bit about that.
I sure do. I've been singing since I was 6 in public. I have a bachelor's degree in music performance with a classical focus, so I have a degree in opera, and also have a second bachelor's degree in music education. I performed as a professional vocalist for quite a while. I've toured, I've recorded. I've also been a teacher for a long time, and I have a master's degree in music education as well, and about 14 years teaching experience here in the community college system in California.
Wow. And how does it feel how does it feel to be a part of the LBCC family?
It's amazing. You know, everybody here has been so welcoming since I got here. Again, sort of that long history, and everybody that works here has been so friendly and nice. And by and large, it's been great getting to know the students this past week as well. It's just been great being here, and I look forward to the future that Long Beach City College offers its students.
And lastly, do you have any advice to incoming students and current students?
Advice to incoming students? Oh, goody. First of all, my advice is to, gosh, I hope you know what you want to do. If you don't know what you want to do yet, take a semester, talk to faculty, talk to counselors, because talk to the deans, we're all here to help you, and develop that educational plan and stick to it. Look at the 2-year sequence of courses, look at the semester courses for your area of study, and just go for it. And if you want to transfer, start working on that now. If you want your certificate completion, start working on that now. Map out your classes, get to know your teachers and deans, and have a plan and follow through. That would be my advice.
Well, I want to thank you so much for joining us. Everyone here at IE News really appreciates you coming down and doing this interview.
Awesome, thanks for having me.
I'm Fariel Khan for IE News.
Thanks, Fariel. It's always nice to welcome new faculty and administrators to our LBCC family. We'll be right back after this message.
Now that I got your attention, do you want to make movies or be a radio DJ? Yeah! I thought so. Well, come check out Long Beach City College's radio and TV department. Hey, stop playing with those buddies and get to class, young man. No, not that class. Here at LBCC, we have hands-on training, so ditch that boring lecture. Here we'll teach you state-of-the-art equipment, and in no time, you'll have the right tools to make your very own movie. Don't want to make movies? What's wrong with you? Well, you could be a radio DJ and learn all those crazy soundy stuff. Interested? Then check out our website or call. Look at you now. It looks like you're on your way to being the next Steven Spielberg.
We hope you have enjoyed this week's edition of IE News. There are plenty of opportunities here at Long Beach City College. The radio and television department invites you to join our team.
If you're interested in becoming a member of our news team to produce great television, please call us here at 562-938-4892.
I'm Bianca Palmer.
And I'm Andrea Stepter.
Thanks for watching.